Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beaman Toyota in Nashville. Got something you're looking for behind me here. This is an Army Green 2023 Toyota Sequoia. This is the new body design. This is a beast, right? So most people know that they redesigned the Tundra, they've redesigned the Sequoia. They are pretty well sisters when it comes to frames, things like that. Engine types along those lines. You've got all hybrid on these, so you don't have an option to get anything that is not totally a beast on these things. So you have a 3.445 liter engine. So some people call it 3.4, some people call it 3.5. Officially it's a 3.4 liter engine on this, but you produce 437 horsepower and 583 foot-pounds of torque out of this vehicle. So I'm gonna let you guys kind of look at it here a little bit without me standing in front of it here. I'm gonna go over some of the things that are on here so that you guys can know a little bit more about the car and know why you definitely want it and why it should be your next SUV. And this is the SR5, so I'm going to do this as part of my trim level series because I don't have an SR5 as part of my trim level. So I'm going to show you about this car and put it as part of my trim level series when it comes to the to my Toyota trim level series. So 10-speed transmission on it. Like I said, you're all hybrid, so you're going to get about 21 city and 24 highway in this vehicle. A little bit more if you get the two-wheel drive version of it. This one's the 4x4. Obviously you can get either one, but this one here is a 4x4 sequential shift mode, uphill downhill shift logic. So this thing will actually, the transmission and the engine will watch how you drive and will actually start to adjust you. It's actually pretty cool. So everything's intelligent with Toyota. They do things the right way when it comes to doing things, of course. And then if you actually look, I put out a video on the Tundra that actually shows the Tundra frame from an engineer and an engineer going over the Tundra frame. The Sequoia frame is nearly identical to it with a couple of tweaks, but they actually do something where they actually weld in blanks into the frames so that it actually makes the frame act like it's much thicker and much heavier without being either. So they put the extra strength where it needs it, and they make sure that that these things are going to be able to do everything you want them to do, right? So, but body on frame, fully boxed, high strength steel, so it's boxed all the way down. I've seen it myself, seen the frame myself, of course, but it's boxed all the way down. You've got it's ultra high strength, of course. Let me come into some of this. You've got the suspension, right? So you've got, and you do have active grille shutters in the front. I'll show you those here in a little bit. But you've got an independent double wishbone front suspension and a coil spring multi-link rear suspension. So why is that important? Well, prior to that, the Tundra and the Sequoia both did a leaf spring suspension, which it's been tried and true. It's been around for a long time, just not the best ride when you're trying to, you know, take your family out and stuff like that. So going with a more forgiving suspension is definitely a thing that Toyota wanted to do to help you with your next vehicle. And here's the other thing. So you didn't lose really any of your towing or anything like that. So you've got all your off-road capability, all your towing capability. You've got 100% of that, but you didn't lose any of that. It's a different suspension that is really, really sweet. So when I said active grille shutters, if you actually look in here, you can see there's little shutters that'll actually shut off some of the airflow to the engine. So if it doesn't need all the airflow, it can actually shut off that airflow and gain you some fuel economy. So it'll do that for you. See, your fog lights are down on the bottom. That's a standard feature down there. This one's got the blackouts on it. So normally that grill right there where it says Toyota, normally just the emblem right there would be a chrome looking emblem. But when you have the blackouts, it blacks that out. So, but it's pretty sweet here. So, and you'll notice we got the planes in the background. Southwest sometimes like to stay high as we're going through that, right? But you can see the wheels. Those are a standard wheel for your SR5. Now, I do want to mention something else. So a lot of people don't know about this. Hit this button right here. You can actually pop that back window still. So that window used to be a roll down window. Now it's a pop window, but it's actually, it can be more useful in a lot of ways to people. And then you can obviously raise and lower the back gate just by hitting that button right there. Very easy. I just unlocked it. Now I'll hit the button and you'll see that has a power up and down lift gate. Really easy to use. And 3 rows, of course. I'm going to go over the inside here in just a little bit for you. Finish up with the outside and some of your the ins and outs of it, right? So you do have an electronically controlled braking system, of course. Your all of your brakes and stuff like that are the same as the Tundras. You have a 13.9 inch brake rotor on the front. I believe that's the largest in the segment out of anybody. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the answer. And you have 13.6 on the rear, so you've got disc brakes all the way around, and it's a large brake, so it can stop this vehicle without having to worry about, you know, having a 12 inch, which I believe is what most competitors have. I can research that, but I believe I'm right on that. Now your electric motor. So your electric motor it's a parallel hybrid system, adds 48 horsepower and an additional 184 pounds in torque. Now that's included in that overall that I gave you to start, but that is just from the electric side. But you've got your off-road engine and body undercovers. That way you can protect all of those down there. And your class 4 hitch is on here too. You can see that you've got these little breakouts that are down here, and then that can go. Now, if you look on the inside, now here's the other thing I did. So I just did a kick I wanted to show you that too. So if you look down here, you can see that this has a little symbol right here. All right. And if you take your foot, as long as the key's in your pocket, and you kick near that symbol, it'll beep and it'll bring you up, bring you down. This isn't a feature that you normally see on anything that's not the very top of the line. So that's really sweet that they give you that on this particular vehicle. You'll also notice back here, by the way, 120 volt, 400 watt, 120 volt AC adapter back there for your power. You'll also notice your back seats. Watch this. So it's all power fold for the back seat. You saw the headrest just come down. So power fold, you can fold them down flat. And then you've also got the ability right here, you can grab these seats and you can slide them to give you additional or less leg room, headroom, stuff like that. And then, you know, if you want to, of course, you can pop back up on these. And you hit them both at the same time, different times. You can have these things set up differently. It's and then you see when it stops there. And then these can also be reclined from a switch that's on the inside. So you can recline your third row, and you can see how much room you have in the third row. I'll walk around and show you that here in just a little bit too. But you have that. You also have the ability right here that if you hit this button as it's going down, it'll lock all the doors on the way down. And you heard a different tone than you heard before. So as it comes down, once it gets to the bottom, everything's going to be locked. So that's something that you could do on the Sequoia here. And there it just locked everything. You want to note this too. A lot of people love this. It's got a washer for the backup camera. So that is something that is really sweet too. This one's got all your blackouts. Like I said, see your Sequoia is blacked out. Your back emblem on your Toyota is blacked out as well. So let's take a look on the inside. We'll show you a little bit about what we have on the inside. So first off, I have the key in my pocket. So I will show you what the key looks like. Pretty easy here, right? So I have the key in my pocket. Grab the door handle, and you'll see I just unlocked the door. Hold it for 3 seconds. You can unlock all of the doors. Really, really easy to do, right? Also got a self-dimming mirror, blind spot monitor in the mirror. So that is really sweet too. Now take a look on the inside. Black interior on this one. They do offer a couple of other interiors. Black is going to probably be the most common though. If you take a look over here, you'll notice a few things that are over here. So you've got the aimable headlights, automatic high beams, that opens your fuel door. That changes the brightness on your dash, odometer, trip, you know what that is. The front and rear braking. So if you're going through a car wash, you pop that off, because if you're going to roll into something, it'll actually hit the brakes for you. That's a heated steering wheel that powers that outlet in the back. And then obviously this turns on the lights based off of whether it's on the door, off, whatever. It turns all of those on for you. So but yeah, pretty it's pretty sweet, right? So Anyway, so your steering wheel is identical to the Tundra. Everything's identical when it comes to that. There's just not a whole lot of differences there. The 14-inch screen, I always make the joke that I had a 13-inch screen on my first TV when I was a kid. So it's a 14-inch screen in the new system. It is pretty sweet. So, kind of come over some of the other things. So you got an 18-inch, I know I just kind of poked inside here. I will mention on the wheels though, you have an 18-inch wheel, right? That rim is going to be your standard rim on the SR5. So it's an alloy wheel, of course. You got your black horizontal bar grill, show that up front and rear mud guards, all your hood badges, your gloss painted black pillars, and then LED taillights, LED fog lights, LED headlights, daytime running lights with an on and off feature, and a manual leveling, which I just showed you there as well. So I will tell you something I love on my Tundra, by the way, is this right here. That is where I tend to have my arm when I'm sitting in there. I'm a little bit taller, but Toyota gives you actually two spots that you can put your arm depending on what's most comfortable to you. So I actually love having two different options there to be able to do that. So you're gonna notice down here, power seat, right, with the lumbar. And I'm going to kind of go over some of the interiors. You got all your overhead controls with your window controls. Obviously our power windows, power locks, all that's all controlled power wise. I'm going to go ahead and hit the button here to start it. You're going to notice you have your 12:3 screen. I'm going to show one of 5 national parks anytime that you open this or anytime that you turn the vehicle on, right? Now all your air controls right here, you have the ability to go to rear, and you can control the rear. Very easy to control everything. Turn off the rear, now you're back to the front. Dual climate control on both sides, so you have it to where you can have either person control it. Heated seats on either side. This will actually shut off the rear completely so that there's no air going back there. It'll focus air all in the front. Recirc, of course. Everything else that you could possibly want up here. You do have, I believe those mirrors are heated on the outside as well. So you hit that button, you'll heat the mirrors on the outside. This will attach to your, this will attach to your radio. You do have the Drive Connect system that you can subscribe to, or you can use wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, whatever you choose to use. You got your cup holders down here. This pops down really nice. You got a nice area up here for your phone, of course. You do have the brake hold system on this one. So you got your brake hold system, so all the Sequoias are going to have that. Actually hold your brake. If you come to a stop and you have this system engaged, then it'll actually hold your brake while you're at a stop, and then once you are ready to go, tap the gas, it'll release the brake, and there you go. You've got your straight path assist. Now your straight path assist is a really sweet thing. So what that'll do is anytime that you're towing, you can actually go back. So this is part of your tow technology package. So it's not on every one of them, but you have that on there. The other part of that tow technology package is right here. This is your digital rear view mirror. So if you want to get a digital rear view mirror, you want to get that tow package. And I've got a wall behind me here, but you can see that it's actually a camera in the back window. So the tow package will have that straight path assist that'll help if you're backing up. Once you get the trailer facing the way you want it, you hit that straight path assist, and it's going to help that trailer go right to where you were trying to send it. So I will mention too, so this has the premium package on it. The SR5 premium package is where you get this 14-inch screen. So that's why this thing is more sought after, because normally you can have an 8-inch screen, which will actually stop about right here. So that's the level that stops. And then it's a little bit shorter on either side. So that's your 8-inch screen that you normally have. This one's got the extra. That premium package also gives you that power port in the back that you saw. And it's just a really, like I said, really sweet, right? Heated leather steering wheel, that's an additional option on this one. I showed you how that works. You can get that on pretty much any of them, whether or not you have a package. This one's got the all-weather floor liners, and then those blackout overlays like we were talking about. So and this one's also got the paint protection film on it as well, but and door edge guards. But other than that, anything that you see is going to be standard on this particular vehicle for that. So now the other thing, so you also, if you look up top, you'll notice that you have an SOS button. So what's the SOS button? If you hit that button, you're going to actually get a hold of Toyota. So there's actually I believe there's a 10-year free trial on that. Actually, I know there's a 10-year free trial on that. So you have 10 years that works. Free roadside assistance. It's actually included roadside assistance. The SOS button, you have to make sure that you've signed up and enabled the data on the car so that they can actually talk to Toyota. So it's just something that you need to do in order to be able to talk, but it's going to have 10 years that they're going to be able to help you. 10 years roadside assistance, 10 years service connect where they'll talk to the service department. Just really, really sweet. This is for the back door. So that'll open and close the back door from right here. So if you want to open the back door, you just press and hold that for 3 seconds. You'll open that back door up as long as your doors are unlocked. That is something else that sometimes people don't realize. Your door has to be unlocked in order for it to go up or to go down, and you can see that camera's moving to the sky. But that you have to have them unlocked in order for that. Your sunroof up top, take a look. Yeah, you gotta love the sunroofs, right? So, and then we'll give you a look back here too. I'm gonna kind of take a peek back here in the back. You guys can take a peek. There's I'll show you some other stuff back here, but you can just see how much room you have in the back of this particular vehicle. Hey, there I am. So anyway, we're showing you guys some of the options that are on here. I also want to mention that you have the lane departure system, all your safety sense here. So if I actually bring you back inside here, you have on your steering wheel, you're going to see on the right side, all your cruise control is right here. So you turn on your cruise control. This is the distance that you'll follow the car ahead from you. So if you set your cruise control to 70, car ahead of you starts going 60, your car will slow down up to a preset distance. Now, Toyota doesn't specifically say about how many car lengths, things like that, but it's really, in my estimation, about 6 car lengths for the longest and about 4.5 for the middle and about 3 for the shortest. That's mine, that's not Toyota's, but that's about what that is. Lane departure and lane tracing. So while you're in cruise control, that's lane tracing. If you're not in cruise control, it's lane departure. What's the difference? Pretty easy. Lane departure, you start to get over a little bit, the car will actually see that you got over and it'll beep, 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 and it'll bump your steering wheel lightly to get you back in your lane. It can pinball you one side to the other, so that's just what that's set for. But while you're in cruise control, it figures you're on the highway. Lane tracing will watch the car ahead of you, watch the side of the road, the lines, whatever it can use is going to try to help to keep you in your lane. You're also going to have a PreCollision system that uses the camera. There's a camera that's on the back side of here that watches forward. You're going to use that camera and a millimeter wave radar that sits just below your emblem up front. What that's going to do is it is going to watch for a closing distance. That means that you're not paying attention, so pay attention. But if it means that you're not paying attention or that the brakes hit or something like that, and maybe you didn't react quick enough, but you're going to get a beep, 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 and you're going to get that center screen is going to turn red and tell you to brake. If you don't do anything, the car will hit the brakes for you. If you take over, the car will let you have it. So it's really, really sweet. So will it eliminate every wreck? No, it's meant to mitigate a wreck, and it's intended to stop the vehicle. So obviously technology always has its limits, but Toyota's system has actually saved me and my family before, so I do thoroughly believe in the system. So something else you're going to get too is you're going to get automatic headlights, automatic high beams. I showed you where this was right here. That's your auto. Put this up to auto right there. You can see how you can turn your high beams on, high beams off right here. So just depending on how you wanted to do this, if you hit this button, it will tell you usually, pop that over, it will tell you what you need to be in order to be on high beam. So your automatic, you do not need to push it forward for your automatic. Some Toyotas are some way and some Toyotas are the other. So on the Sequoia, you do not have to push it forward. It's going to work just that same way. Intermittent wipers, all that. Rear wipers on here too. You can wash the rear window. If you wash the rear window, you'll also wash your rear backup camera. So those are both sweet things, right? So you also have the ability when you're in the system, you can go, hey Toyota, tune to 107.5 FM. So now it's showing it tunes the radio. You can ask it to do all kinds of things. Some vehicles have different features than others, but if you want it to do something, ask it, see what happens. So you can kind of take a look and see what you're doing with it, right? So I'm going to kind of take a look down here. If you hit this, now you'll notice that this is wide. There's a button on both sides that can actually open this center console here. And what you'll see down in the center console, it's massive. A lot of them have safes that you can put in here if you wanted to have that in your vehicle. Change down here, tolls, whatever. You got 2 USB ports that are down here as well. There are more USB ports throughout the vehicle. You've got that one on the dash, 2 here, 2 in the second row, and another 2 in the third row, I believe, as well. But definitely know about that. 4-wheel drive right here, very easy. Push it, you can get it into 4-wheel drive. Push it again, you get into 4-wheel low. You can switch into 4-wheel high while you're driving. 4-wheel low, you do need to be stopped for. And I believe you have to be below 52 miles per hour to go into 4-wheel high. All right, so very easy. Change your volume, you know, stuff like that. Very easy to do that for the radio. You've got the ability to customize all kinds of things. So you can customize what the car is doing. You can customize that. That's not real good because it's update. So we don't know exactly what it is because this, you know, doesn't have enough information to know the fuel economy. But like I said, it's supposed to get somewhere in the 20s, low 20s. So there, phone, no devices. This right here goes through all your radio. So if you do everything on the left side here, you can get through it. And when you hook up Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you'll get another little button that's up top, and that's where you can use that. You also have the ability to customize, and I know I'm going long here, but I want to show you guys all these things that you can do on the vehicle. If you hit back here, you can see that you can customize all different things up in the menus here. So I'm going through these menus. If you scroll down, you can see miles per gallon, your eco, your distance to empty, all that stuff is right there. If you go over one, now you got your compass right there. Go over again. Now you've got your radio to show you what you're on. Go over again. It's your trailer. This thing will do all kinds of stuff for your trailers. You have a trailer brake that is right here that is very easy to customize as well. The vehicle also has the ability to auto sense the trailer behind you. So if you hook up a 5-foot trailer, it'll see it's a 5-foot trailer. You can also specifically set it, right? So if you press and hold the OK button here, you can select or add a trailer, add a new trailer, and you can say my trailer, utility, cargo, boat, camper. All these things, you can set all of this in the Sequoia very, very easy. And once you get in there and you go, all right, well, I'm towing a car hauler, and you can rename it. You can say how many axles it has, you know, 2 or more, and, you know, what kind of a brake you have, and then you can save it. And length, you can even go in there and say how long is the trailer, and you can keep going and get you know, all the way up 39 plus feet. You can set all of that into your trailer's system. So there's so many things you can do. Something else I really like too is that you also can actually have it to where you can look at your fuel or look at your tire pressures, everything like that. You can also set it to test your trailer lights, which is pretty sweet, and it'll go through all your trailer lights for you. This is just your settings. So PreCollision System's on, lane tracing alert, the top one, blind spot monitor is your second. If you press and hold there, you can see you can change your brightness or your sensitivity on your blind spot monitor, turn it off, turn it on. You can do all of that. There's your parking sensors. That's the beeps that get close. You have front and rear parking sensors. Even on an SR5, front and rear parking sensors is going to let you know if you're getting close to something. Rear cross traffic alert, that'll let you know if somebody's about to walk, bike, or drive behind you. Customize your right side, so you can actually go over here and you can customize the right side, and you can get it to where you do some pitch and roll, or you can do your pitch and roll or your towing gauges. Hit that again. This is the one I leave up on mine just because it tells you your engine and your transmission temperatures, so it shows you exactly what those are. Just very, very, it's just fun, right? And then you got your trailer light check that I can do over here. trailer light set, vehicle settings, things like that. So if you hit your light check, then you're going to say start. What it's going to do is it's going to start running through the light check. It'll do a left turn, right turn, stop. It'll do all of that for you. Very, very easy. You also have sport. You also have normal, eco. You can do all these different modes as well. Very easy. Now you can see that it started it. Gives you a chance to get out to the trailer so that you can start left turn, right turn, stuff like that. And you can hit cancel, which I just did, and then it'll do brakes, stuff along those lines too. You also have tow haul mode. When you switch into tow haul, you'll see you have tow plus and tow haul mode. I did a full video on the differences between those, so definitely check out the tow haul mode video that I did on the Tundra and Sequoia that I did not too long ago. Do want to mention too, so this center screen that's right here, you can actually even change the settings right here for how this looks. So if you come into your speed meter and you go into analog, you'll see now you've got your RPMs in there. Speed meter again, and go into digital, now you got your tachometer on the outside and digital on the inside. Do it both of them, which is what it was. Now you got your speedometer on the outside and you've got that in there. So but yeah, you can change your units too if you want to change your units. All that stuff's very easy to change. You can do pop-up displays. This right here is drive info items. It's pretty easy. And then you can set it back to defaults if you want to set back to defaults. I do want to point this out too. So it'll show you who doesn't have a seatbelt on as well. So if you have children that take your seatbelts off, you can tell exactly which one took the seatbelt off. It's just a really, really sweet thing that this vehicle can do. So like I said, so it's got everything when you're talking about anything that you could possibly want, I believe, in most of the vehicles. Now you don't have any type of a cooled seat or anything like that, but maybe you don't need that, right? So you look down here, you can see now hooking a child seat up is extremely easy in this vehicle, right? Back seat, center console here. Now a lot of times people don't have rear air controls. Good news is this one does. Rear air controls are right here. Very easy for the rear seat passengers to get here. Now the third row person, they're at the mercy of the second row person, but you can change your mode, you can change it to auto, stuff like that. Two more of your USBs down there, USB-C and then your regular USB, and also another plug is down here as well. And then you also got rear vents down here, rear vents up top as well. So depending on where it's supposed to be or where you need it, you definitely have that. So now I do want to show you this here too. So you have this. Now I'm going to put my shoulder in it because I want to show you. You have the ability to lean that seat back, so you can see how much back that's leaned as opposed to the seat in front of it. This is almost straight up and down, which is the max forward, and that's the max back, and you can put it anywhere in between there. Pull that handle again and you'll see what. So this isn't something the Sequoia's ever done before, but you talk about easy in and out egress to the back, and you also can move those seats back like I was showing you from the back. You can do it right here. And then I said, look, you have your recline that you can do, or your fold down you can do right here. So you can fold it from up front, you can fold it from in the back, you can do it wherever you need to do it. And then your recline is actually right here. So this is where you can actually go back and you see you get an additional recline on that seat. So if you're and that's your max up, that's your max, or your middle, and then that's your max back. So you can see how far you can actually recline these seats. And then I'm going to do something just because I'm going to prove a point. There are some vehicles that I have had issues getting into the third row. I am a big guy and nobody can really decline that statement or argue with me, right? But I have the ability to get in this seat and actually ride in this seat and be fairly comfortable, right? So I've rode in these and it doesn't hurt me to be back here. Keep in mind, I have rode in the back seat of an Access Cab Tacoma before, and that was fun. Just saying, right? So do want to notice too that you've got your tethers back here as well. You also have this. What is this? So So you can push that forward and fold that from the back seat, right? So if you want to lay back the seats, you need to push those forward, get some additional storage. You can definitely get some additional storage back here, but you can see a little bit better how the recline works. You got little cubbies down here, and then what do you see here? USB right there, to help that person back there that might be looking for the USB. But that is the only one that's in the back here, of course. So you've got the one up front, two in the front, or one in front, two in the console, two on the back seat, and then one back here. So you do have all of those when it comes to USBs. So you're really well taken care of if you need to charge something that you want to charge, right? But yeah, pretty comfy here. Now getting out's pretty easy too. So it's not, I mean, like I said, being a big guy, it's always difficult for me. It's never an easy thing for me, but it's really not that hard to get out of that vehicle or to get into that vehicle, even as I, you know, as big as I am, right? So you can kind of see how quick you can go in, how quick you can go out. The battery is in the back for the hybrid. We were just sitting on it when I was sitting in the back seat, so that is where the battery is. So what I want to do is I'm going to go and look at my note paper here. I kind of got off a script a little bit because I don't script anything. So technically, I guess I didn't get off script since I don't really script anything. I just talk to you guys like I would talk to a customer and kind of go over these cars in ways that, you know, will help you to know exactly what you're about to buy, right? So, but I just wanted to see if there's anything else I really wanted to talk to you guys about on this thing. There's 8 total airbags, driver, passenger, knee airbags. You've got all of everything safety that Toyota is, you have on here. Your star safety system, all of the, you know, the best when it comes to the Toyota safety sense. You've got all of that stuff on here. And just wanted to show you this side too, so you can see. You also have your passenger seats, also power. You have all these cup holders, and I've actually I did a video on from Muslaji, and they have a bunch of stuff for the Tundra, and I believe the Tundra stuff will actually fit these as well because it's the same doors. And there's a bunch of inlays that you can put in there. I really love those. So that's something that check out my Muslaji video that I did and get some of those. I think you'll really like those. But I got a link there for those on that video. But you can see that you can put stuff. There's a lot of storage in here. You probably want to see inside the glove box. Let's show you the inside the glove box. You got a pretty large glove box in there that you can use, of course. This is all soft touch material right here. This is all very soft. Now this is a little bit harder. That's your plastic up there. You do have a power up there, so if you plug in say a radar detector, a dash cam, something like that, if you want to plug in something like that, you have the really quick access to be able to do that. You're not running a wire all through your vehicle. Show you the opposite side here. Now you do also have the ability, if you want to take a look up on the roof here, you have an ability to add roof racks. If you wanted to add some accessories to it, you can add the roof racks up here. Just a really, Toyota lets you customize your cars pretty good. So that's something that I really like about Toyota. Sound system's great. That camera that I was talking to you about is actually up here. That'll let you see what's back behind you, of course. It's kind of protected. That's up there too, so it's actually right here. That's kind of protecting it. You can see through there. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you this. Oh. Those are the door cups. So anyway, so if you actually look in here, there's a little ledge, and a lot of people see these things and they don't know what these are for. There's actually a little ledge that's down here, and you can lift this up, and this thing can actually go on different levels. So depending on what you're needing it to do and why you're on a different level, and I'm trying to do it one-handed, but there we go. So while you're on a different level, so you can see different reasons to be at different heights. So if you fold this seat down, and watch again, once you fold it down far enough that headrest drops, if you fold it down and you're trying to put something over, well, that could be in the way. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to grab this shelf, you put it here, and now the shelf is actually at the same height as the seat. So if you're putting something back here and you need that extra height there, or maybe you need to put something down here and something there, maybe you're getting some groceries and you want to put some of your lighter stuff up top and put the milk below it, you can definitely do that. So it gives you the ability to do that with that that shelf there. And like I said, that doing the kick open and kick closed on that back door, that's something that's really sweet too. Like I said, make sure that you have the back doors unlocked, so make sure you hit your unlock button, and then you can definitely do that with the unlock button. So once again, like I said, so part of the Toyota trim level series, SR5 Toyota Sequoia Army Green Toyota Sequoia. I know you guys were looking for this, so I found it for you. So definitely reach out to me at buyatoyotanashville@yahoo.com. If by chance this one's gone, chances are I can get you another one. But as of right now, like I said, this one's available here. So reach out to me at buyatoyotanashville@yahoo.com. If you're in the Nashville area, pop into the store. We're at 343 Harding Place. We're not too far from downtown here. We moved from downtown. We're at 343 Harding Place. You can see the dealership behind me here. Beautiful facility. I'll show you around, but definitely come and check out this Sequoia, this 23 Sequoia hybrid, 21 city, 24 miles per gallon. Beautiful vehicle. I know you want to put one in your driveway. We love your trade-in, of course, so definitely do that as well. But I appreciate you guys watching, and let me know what you guys think. Would you buy this one? If you would, definitely reach out to me, or in out of state, you guys are welcome too. So definitely let me know. Steve Welch, Beamer Toyota, Southwest. You guys have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.